how important is sexual intercourse? You guys are swapping like dead. I am a dead. To my YouTube channel. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for being here today. And if you are new, you have to trust me with this one. You will want to stick around. Trust me. You just have to trust me with that one. Thank you so much for the support. Firstly, I am so sorry for only being able to make this video now. This was supposed to go up on Friday. Enough of excuses. I'm sorry. It's because of this. This is what took me that long. Guys, let me put maybe my mug here. I'm drinking my lung tea. Let me put my mug a bit far, else it's gonna be a problem. So let's get right into the video. For today's topic, we discussed relationships on Instagram. I posted polls and you guys answered, and some of you actually went to the extent of elaborating on the DMs, and thank you so much for that. So today it's gonna be a mixture of my opinion, your opinion, everything, where I stand, where you stand. So the first question I asked was, what makes relationships die? 1, lack of communication. 2, loss of interest. 71% of people said 1, lack of communication. And honestly, I agree with that, because as much as some people said went to the DMs and they said both, someone else said one leads to the other. Yeah, but honestly, if you're in a relationship, we assume that you are interested in being in a relationship. That's what we assume. So if you're gonna say loss of interest, I mean, I feel like the minute there's loss of interest, you're gonna tap out. So I think what makes it die before you actually lose interest is lack of communication. Because also, like, sometimes really people just really have problems with communication, not necessarily because they are not interested in the relationship, they just naturally have communication issues. Trust me, I know what I'm saying. So yeah, I stand with the 71% that says lack of communication. The second question said, who's more difficult to understand? So 55% said women. Actually, for this question, it was a bit tricky because as I was like, when the poll started, I saw a lot of people saying men, a lot of women saying men, and I straight up said, that's biased. I was like, that is very biased. In terms of who dribbles more, we don't know, but who is more difficult to understand? I personally think it's women. I stand with majority here as well. I think it's women. Like, I know myself, I'm saying this from experience, we are so complicated for no reason. Like, it's just how we are. And someone on the DM said something about he said something about, let me look for the DM. 9, I won't compare a gender to this question. I feel it's human. I said, I like the perspective, thank you for this. I see where this is coming from. Obviously, whether someone is more difficult or not depends on human nature first. But I think, like, in terms of relationship, like, it is possible for both people in a relationship to be difficult. But what we notice the most, what is the case most of the times, that was like where I was coming from. But I understand the view, I understand it, and it is valid. Third question, money plays why am I laughing? Money plays a very important role in defining whether a relationship will work or not. 56% of people said it true. Unfortunately, I don't agree with majority for this question. Why? Because it depends. the answer for this, I think, in my opinion, it depends. I don't lie on true, I don't lie on false. Because let me actually lie on false, because if I don't agree with true, I have to pick a side as well. Remember, I also have to vote here, sort of. I don't think it is, because this money issue, if I have to explain it, I'll put it this way. If I don't have money, why am I expecting someone to have money? Like, why is that a requirement for them to be with me? You understand? So I think the money issue depends on the level that both of you are in life. You understand? Like, let's say you guys are both like students, for example. Both of you supposedly don't have money. So now, why is it your prerequisite that someone has to have money? What do you have? Since you're saying that it is money, are you saying that you're also coming in with money? If that's your perspective, then I 100% agree with you. But if you're perspective, but if your perspective is someone between the two has to have money to provide for the other, I'm not sure I can agree with that. I thought the sun was leaving me. I was like, he don't play like that. So yeah, I don't really agree with that. Like, there has to be some sort of balance between both of y'all's levels. Like, sort of. If I can take you out on a date, you can take me out on a date, type of thing. But also, it comes back to why are you in a relationship, which is totally depending on you and what you want. If that's what you want, go for it. If money is what you want, go for it. If love is what you want, go for it. It's you. It's what you want, and no one should judge you for that. I'm just saying that I don't think, for me, remember, it's you and I against the world. So for me, I don't think that it's determining things. As I was saying, it really depends on why you're in a relationship. If you're in a relationship because you want money, go for it. It's what you want. But let's normalize not judging someone that's in it for love. Let's normalize not judging someone that's in it for money. If I'm making any sense, I hope I am. Guys, content. Okay, the next question. The next question: how important is sexual intercourse? You guys are swapping like dead. I am a dead. I would say it depends on where you're going. You know, because also, yeah, these things, they all come down to personality and what you want. Because if you're okay with just going around with anyone, then it's your life, it's your problem, then it's fine. But let's say I'm talking about relationship in terms of building something strong to lead to marriage or whatever you guys decide to do in the future, whether it's staying together forever without getting married or whatever the case is. If it's in that sense, it is definitely very important. But if it's in a sense of I don't want to say anything like that is gonna sound weird or offensive. So I would say in terms of building towards something, it is important. Because also, like, if let's say you are doing it to get married, like, you don't want to be surprised on the honeymoon or things are shaky. So I always say that, like, these surprises are not my thing. So I think it is. I agree with everyone was swiping with all the energy they had. Okay, next. A good one. Next, it says, if your partner cheats you, leave. It depends. 64% said leave. And somehow, I think this is a lie. What I've noticed now is that on social media, we are all tough. We are all, I got this. I'm the, you know. But in reality, you will always consider something. This leave, I'm going with the it depends team on this one. Because it could be you. It could be you. Remember, it could be you also doing it. Are you saying that the person should leave? Like, I think it depends on a lot of factors. But people say if someone loves you, they wouldn't even think about someone else or cheat on you. So I don't know, man. But I think it depends on a lot of matters. Like, but I think, yeah. Let me explain why I'm saying it depends. Because I think honestly, in every relationship, there is one thing where you like this. No, I can't take this. My man is calling. Yeah, I think in every relationship there's that one thing where you like does no. So I'm not sure what it is for me, because at this point, yeah, everything is tricky. What I was saying is that for you it could be cheating. For me, it could be something like abuse. Next, I asked people to add whatever they had. I asked people to add whatever they had to say, and let's see. Someone said, can a relationship work without love? It depends. Like, some of these big people are married, arranged marriage for money and stuff, and they still have their, what do you call it, open relationship, and they still have their partners on the side, and it's working for them. So I'm going with the 43, with the 14% that said, majority said no, it cannot. I'm going with the 14% that said yes, because it really depends on why you are in a relationship. Remember, not everyone is in a relationship for love. So yeah, I think yes. Is it okay to date your friend's ex? Hey, Gigi, I was dead when I got this. Your friend's ex? Someone said, oh well. Someone said no. Lol. 31% said, oh well, and then 69 said no ways. I'm going with the 69%. There is no way in the world, anywhere, that is acceptable. Like, I don't understand how the conversation even starts. I don't understand how it even leads to that. I don't understand anything about it actually. So no, it's a lie for me. That is impossible. That means that she or he's been eyeing your partner for the longest time. Like, you can't tell me they just bumped into each other and now they wanna. No. I always look at them some type that way. That's right. And then it says, can your partner have a best friend of the opposite sex? 58% said hell no, and then 42% said yeah. I'm going with the minority again, because it's a few of us who think clearly. I'm joking. Definitely 100% your partner can have a best friend of the opposite sex. 100%, like 112%. Correct. Can have a best friend of whichever sexuality. That's right. That's it. So next, it's, should you have your boyfriend's or girlfriend's phone password? And then 49% yes, 51 no. Why do I keep on going with the minority? The minority says yes. And okay, in this case, I'm actually not going with the minority. In this case, it depends on why you both of you have each other's passwords. You know, sometimes you send a quick text to a friend using your partner's phone. Sometimes you need to make a call using your partner's phone. For such purposes, you take a selfie with your partner. You understand? For such purposes, their phone died, they can just use yours. For such purposes, 100% yes. But if you're having it so that you can just go and, what do you say, and search for whatever you're searching for and find it, that's not okay. Like, you're gonna traumatize yourself. I learned it a long time ago the hard way, that you are not supposed to go through your partner, because even the most innocent things are gonna become something. You'll always see something from a different eye. You'll always change it to your own perspective, because remember, you are looking for something. Your brain has already told you that, listen sis, we are looking for 1 2 3, we should find 1 2 3. So if you don't find 1 2, you will make 1 2 3 up. Like, you will see the smallest thing possible that is literally nothing. Like, let's say a male friend talking to you, throwing jokes, saying you look nice, or whatever the situation is. And then you're like, so your friends can see. Yes, my friends can compliment me. It doesn't depend on their sexuality whether they can compliment me or not. You understand? So if that that is the purpose, then definitely not. You just gonna have a heart attack for no reason, of things that you make up from your mind. Yeah, of course sometimes you will find obvious stuff, but most of the times it's things that get made up in your head. Especially if they are good friends, you'll be like, what? So this is behind the scenes. Okay, next it says, do you leave or block if the relationship is one-sided? I didn't really understand this question much, but if the relationship is one-sided, I think I agree with 85%. You just leave. Like, you just leave. There's no need to just ghost someone and disappear. You can just literally leave. You just be like, hey, unfortunately, I can't take it anymore. I'm out of here. I'm totally out of here. And you leave. Simple. Right? And then I think that's the last question. Say, what makes people stay in abusive relationships? This is a very sensitive topic. Excuse me. This is a very sensitive topic. And then let me go to the replies that I got on this. Someone said, probably the abuser provides for them a lot in many ways, the most being monetary. It's all about the money. I said, what if they're scared to leave because they might die? He said, that's true. That's also another one, because the abuser might threaten and stalk them. I said, there's too many perspectives. Thank you for this though. It's a valid point. Said, there's a lot, honestly. Some are just so in love and always carry so much hope that the person will change. It's like they are brainwashed. So let's start with the money view that the person pointed out. It is true that some people prefer posting a picture in Dubai and just covering the bruises with makeup, and they are happy, right? And it goes back to why you're in a relationship. If you are willing to sacrifice so much to the point where you can allow an abuser to do that to you, it is sad. I'm not going to say it's your life this time. That is sad, because there is so much in you. You shouldn't be settling for such. Like, really. We're gonna like, I've said this before, we're gonna like your picture, we're gonna suffer well, we're gonna comment, we're gonna whatever. But really, it's not worth it. Sis, if you are watching this and you are one of the people that would rather go to such extremes for the flex or whatever it is called, please get out. It never ends well. Even if you leave sometimes, you think you've left, this person is not there for like a year or whatever, they will come back and always do something messed up. That's why most of the times it's very difficult to explain what actually happened. You understand? So that is my view on that. And the second view is the love perspective. Basically, I like how she put the why is everyone calling me this time today? I like how she, let me finish this part. I like how she put this, because in this love and money perspective, because sometimes people really get blinded with love, that you really just love someone and whatever it takes. No, not whatever it takes. Does it take your life? No. Your peace? No. You can't allow it to go to the extent where it takes your peace and your happiness, the real you, just because why? You love the person. No. Like, in terms of, wait, someone also said something else, but let me pick my mom's beautiful call. I think you can start a relationship without love and build the love with time, but if even with time you can't get to love the person, the relationship won't work. For example, people from India or Arabia, they have arranged marriage, but they stick together and love each other with time. I say thanks for discussing it in detail. You have a valid point. Do you think they get to experience love to the fullest, or it's a situation of what else can we do? She said, I think if you allow yourself to love, you can live happily ever after. I said, okay, thank you. I honestly don't know like I don't really know the culture, and like I know that there are arranged marriages. I don't know if till this day it works like that for everyone, but I don't think it's like, even for us back in the days it was like that, it was arranged marriage. I don't think you can, even like if you spend a lot of time, you can get used to the person and get used to the idea that you have to live with this person for the rest of your life. But I don't really think at the end of the day it comes down to love, guys. Love, you can't force love. You can't tell me anyhow now you must love LeBron James. Okay, I'm just getting a very broad example so that you right, you have to stay with LeBron James and love him, like no. I don't know. I think maybe because I'm not given the opportunity to be like forcefully be with that person. Maybe that's where I'm coming from. Maybe that's not how it works that time. Maybe since you are born knowing that that is what's gonna happen, you are ready to learn how to love someone from like a young age, and you're ready for that moment, and for you it's fine with whatever the outcome is. So yeah, maybe that's the case. You never know. You never know, but I don't think you, by being with someone, you can end up learning how to love. But I don't think just by staying with someone for so long and doing same activities and whatnot, you can end up loving them. It's your brain playing with you. The brain is very smart. Your brain can play with you. Your brain can play with you and make you think that that's what's going on. But when it's here, guys, when it's here, when it's here, you can feel it, like no doubt. When it's here, you can feel it. You know the difference of when a feeling comes from here and when it comes from here. So that's my take on that. So yeah, that's my take on that's my take on that. Yeah, basically, right? You know, again, I'm down to what you want, but another relationship advice I want to leave. I'm only gonna leave one because I feel like the rest was discussed as I was speaking. Is that we should normalize not looking up to social media for couples. Yeah, let's be happy for people. Yes, I'm happy the relationship is working out. But don't normalize English today. Don't normalize craving something that you don't know what it is. Even now, I'm filming here. Whatever you are seeing is what I want you to see. Which is most likely not the reality of what's actually going around here. Do you understand? And so, as someone else, yeah, we have to from them, whatever. But we are praying, saying, God, give me a boyfriend like that, but you don't know what you're asking God for, and God is still going to give you what you ask for. Thank you for reaching the end of this video. Thank you so much. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and you can subscribe again. Thank you so much. I'll see you again soon, but I'll be a whole different human being.